So I'm hearing it can be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. It started blasting in my head this rising. And it is this energy that no matter what is transpiring in your life, even if it feels like it is back to back to back, just shit. It feels like some of the collective is moving through a ridiculously long period of their life where it's like a jack in the box energy, and 1 second everything could be okay, and the next second something jumps out at you, right, and startles your nervous system. And I had talked about this a couple months ago, right, and it continues for this collective. And it's for the collective who has what feels like the flight or fight response in their nervous system has been like this for so long, even through your healing, even through living in a reality that there is a non-threatening presence or energy in your life. It is to regulate your nervous. Your team loves you, and it doesn't feel like love. But how do you become acclimated? How do you build the kryptonite, the immune system, the energy immune system to things without going through them, right? Like if you're under spiritual warfare or attacks, well, guess what? Source is putting you through the crushing. Source is putting you through like the fortifying, the strengthening, so you become immune and acclimated to the energy. Right? Like it's not enough to say, yeah, I read about spiritual attacks in a book. No, source is going to have you have lived experience so that whenever you help somebody else through, you can literally know what to do because you've been through it yourself and you can help. I'm not going to listen to somebody with a piece of paper, a therapist with a piece of paper. Now I have a therapist, but with a piece of paper stating that they've got this college degree and is knowledgeable about this. Yeah, I'm going to listen to them, but unless you have walked down that same path, it's not very relatable, right? You have to walk in the shoes. Your calling is going to crush you, right? And this is the same thing for this collective. This is getting that flight or fight completely out of you, right? And it feels like it's finally wrapping up because jack in the box situations. What the hell? Everything was fine 10 minutes ago. And I had just gotten everything calmed down inside of me. And then boom, something else explodes in your life, right? It's this energy. And it's just been for a very long time. It's like, that's enough, and it's just life. That's how life is. That's what you did. You signed up for this. My friend was telling me sometimes we had no idea what our soul agreed to when we came here, but it's getting your nervous system regulated. And if you're part of this collective, have you noticed that it is like initially when you hear the news of the jack popped out of the box, right? And you're like in shock, like it's just like a state of shock, right? That yes, you're like, what? But you do not lean into that energy anymore. You don't let that burden or that worry or that stress that should hold, that situation should hold, consume you in which the ways that you once did before. See, you're not gripping onto it. See how she's gripping on to or clinging onto it, right? Her coin purse, right? She's clinging onto it. Okay, you've hung in this hangman position for so long about some things, right? And it's this energy like you cannot, because you've hung in that hangman perspective for so long over things that it's literally unnecessary to put yourself in like uncomfortability. And I had read some. Love you, baby. Okay, I had read something this morning that was like talking about that if you're upset by the things that are happening in life, even be thankful for those things, because they do serve a bigger purpose. Because if you start getting frustrated with the way that things just keep on keeping on, thankfulness, gratitude, and anger or discontentment cannot coexist. Move into gratitude even for it all. Even for it all. That is the new beginning, right? You know, you've been feeling this buildup of energy for a long time, and it's been all about urging you and encouraging you from your team and source to step through this new beginning, to take a leap of faith. And you've embraced it fully. But this new beginning is about dealing with life in the harshness of life, without letting those things of lifing consume you. It's about staying in your place of freedom and liberation and enjoyment and excitement, and being a sweet dream, even though there are what most people would let those nightmares outside of them consume them. You can still be free, even like in it. It doesn't mean that you don't care about what's going on in your life. You do. You just know that your nervous system, like if you get consumed in those worries, these earthly things, whatever's going on in your life, hardships, right? If you get consumed in those things, you can't even deal with those things. You have to stay in a place of even gratitude for it all. And you get to this place, and it's like you're going to let it be a sweet dream. You've already had a terrible nightmare and lived that hell on this earth. You choose, even if life keeps lifing. And this is taking both of the dark and the light of it all, blending the opposing elements and utilizing both of them to move you forward. And you're gonna keep your freedom. You're going to keep your liberation. You're going to keep your sparkle and joy for life, and stay on the look for glimmers. If you know, your spirit's going to stay alive, and it's going to stay full of wanderlust. I'll be damned, right? Like, been there, done that. My friend says, got the hat, got the koozie, got the t-shirt. And it's just time for you to enjoy regardless of what's going on. And when you make that decision inside of you, people might get it real twisted. Like, why aren't you concerned about A, B, and C? Because if I do, then I won't be able to be good for nobody. It's not that you're not concerned. You are. So don't feel this guilt. Don't let your empathy consume you like this, right? Like, it's about being able to stay in a state of bliss and expecting the best case, not even really expecting the best, hoping for the best case scenario, right? Your frequency, your vibration cannot be disturbed. It's like peace in the storms, peace in the sunshine. It's just peace no matter what. Thankfulness for it all, gratitude for it all. Because in that state of gratitude, all the denser emotions or frequencies cannot coexist. You're not going to let those things outside of you consume you today. And I am so proud of you. And that is what you have learned. Y'all quit. My cats are fighting. I love